The 30s are often seen as a pivotal decade, one where many people begin building families, advancing in their careers, buying homes, and trying to establish long-term financial stability. However, it's also a time when many Americans make crucial money mistakes that may not seem significant in the moment but result in long-term regret. These financial missteps can delay retirement, increase debt burdens, and hinder the ability to build wealth. By understanding the most common regrets shared by individuals in this age group, you can avoid similar pitfalls and make smarter decisions. This video explores the top 10 financial mistakes Americans often regret in their 30s, each explained in a detailed and digestible paragraph. 1. Not saving early for retirement. One of the most frequently cited regrets is not starting retirement savings early enough. Many Americans in their 30s put off contributing to a 401k or IRA because retirement feels too distant or they're focused on other financial responsibilities. However, delaying even a few years in your 30s can significantly reduce the power of compound interest. The difference between starting at age 30 versus age 35 could amount to hundreds of thousands of dollars by retirement. Waiting too long limits your investment growth and often leads to scrambling to catch up in your 40s or 50s, which is financially stressful and harder to sustain. 2. Overspending on housing. Buying a home is a major milestone for many in their 30s, but overspending on a mortgage is a classic financial misstep. Many people focus on the maximum loan they're approved for instead of what comfortably fits their budget. This often results in being house poor, struggling to afford other necessities, savings goals, or emergencies due to a large mortgage payment. Add in property taxes, maintenance, and insurance, and the financial strain grows. A home should be a financial foundation, not a burden, and those who stretch themselves too thin often regret the decision for years. 3. Failing to pay down high-interest debt. Credit card balances, student loans, and personal loans often accumulate in one's 20s, and by the 30s, many individuals make the mistake of only paying minimums or ignoring aggressive repayment strategies. High-interest debt, especially credit cards, erodes net worth and prevents wealth building. Those who fail to prioritize paying down this debt in their 30s often find themselves trapped by compounding interest, with balances that barely shrink despite regular payments. This mismanagement leads to regret later, especially when more responsible financial habits could have freed up money for saving or investing. 4. Not having an emergency fund. An emergency fund may seem optional when you're young and healthy, but life inevitably brings surprises, job loss, medical bills, car repairs, or family emergencies. In their 30s, many Americans realize the high cost of not having at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved. Without this buffer, people often resort to credit cards or loans to handle emergencies, creating a cycle of debt. An emergency fund not only provides financial security but also reduces stress and gives you more control over life decisions, like leaving a toxic job or managing an unexpected move. 5. Neglecting financial planning with a partner. As relationships deepen in your 30s, shared financial decisions become more common, whether it's merging accounts, buying a home, or raising kids. One major regret is not having honest and thorough money conversations early in a relationship. Differences in spending habits, savings goals, debt levels, and risk tolerance can cause major conflicts later. Many couples fail to create joint financial plans or avoid topics like budgeting, financial goals, and retirement strategies until it's too late. Early alignment prevents future disagreements and ensures that both partners work toward a common financial vision. 6. Underestimating healthcare costs. In their 30s, many Americans are still relatively healthy and often choose lower-tier health insurance plans to save money. Unfortunately, this can backfire if unexpected health issues arise. Without adequate coverage or an HSA, health savings account, one injury or illness can lead to significant out-of-pocket costs. Some also neglect dental, vision, or mental health care, assuming they'll address it later. But medical issues ignored in your 30s often become more expensive or harder to manage over time. Prioritizing quality healthcare and understanding your insurance options can prevent costly regrets later in life. 7. Not investing beyond retirement accounts. While contributing to a 401k is essential, many Americans in their 30s don't diversify their investments. They often leave large sums in savings accounts earning minimal interest or rely solely on retirement accounts with limited control or flexibility. A common regret is not opening a brokerage account or exploring real estate, index funds, or dividend stocks. Investing even small amounts outside of retirement can help build wealth faster, provide liquidity, and offer opportunities for financial growth that compound over time. Ignoring these options in your 30s means missing out on decades of potential market gains. 8. Spending for status over value. It's tempting to upgrade your lifestyle in your 30s, nicer car, bigger house, luxury vacations, especially as you begin earning more. However, many Americans later regret spending money to project success rather than building real financial security. Buying to impress others rather than based on true value or need results in excessive debt, stress, and shallow satisfaction. This lifestyle inflation can prevent you from achieving long-term goals like home ownership, early retirement, or launching a business. Learning to separate self-worth from net worth is a powerful mindset shift that builds true wealth. 9. Ignoring career and income growth potential. While it's important to budget and save, many overlook the importance of increasing their income during their 30s. Staying in stagnant jobs, not negotiating salaries, or failing to pursue higher-paying opportunities or certifications can result in a huge cumulative loss over a lifetime. People often regret not investing more in themselves, through education, networking, or switching industries when necessary. Your 30s are a critical time to leverage experience and position yourself for peak earning years ahead. Settling for comfortable but underpaid roles can have long-term opportunity costs you can't recover later. 10. Not learning financial literacy early. Finally, many Americans in their 30s realize they never truly learned how money works, how credit scores are calculated, how taxes impact income, how to compare loans or evaluate investments. A lack of financial education often leads to costly decisions like taking out bad loans, mismanaging debt, or ignoring tax-advantaged accounts. The regret usually hits when people realize how much money they lost due to poor planning or blind trust in others. Fortunately, financial literacy is a skill that can be developed at any age, and the earlier you start, the better equipped you'll be to build lasting wealth. Your 30s can be one of the most financially transformative decades of your life, but only if you avoid the most common and costly mistakes. From failing to save for retirement to overspending on status symbols and ignoring financial literacy, each misstep adds up. The good news is that these regrets offer lessons for anyone still in, or approaching, their 30s, and even for those looking to recover from earlier mistakes. By embracing proactive planning, strategic investing, and disciplined saving, you can set yourself up for long-term security and financial freedom. It's never too early, or too late, to get your money right.